Tier lists are one of the greatest ways to rank multiple things at once. You get a total of 6 tiers to rank these objects, which are obviously S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. Today we are going to be using this list to rank my chicken breeds that I've had the luxury of owning. For my baby chickens, I'm going to be using other people's experiences with them to come to conclusions. But before we begin, can you go down below and click that like and subscribe button, or at least consider it? I'm challenging myself to reach 10,000 before 2025, and I can do it with your help, so please consider it. But without any further ado, let's jump into this tier list. Now, do I really need to explain where these guys are going to? They're going straight into the S tier. In fact, they may even be contender for the greatest chicken on this list, but it's a bit too early to decide that. We still have 13 other chicken breeds to rank today, but the reason why they're going into the S tier is because they're basically better Rhode Island Reds. They are very friendly and they lay 250 plus eggs every single year, and they live 6 to 9 years on average, which is pretty decent for how many eggs they lay. For comparison, Rhode Island Reds live 4 to 6 years on average because of the way that they are breeded. Now, for these guys, I really don't know where to place them, because to be real with you, they either die very quickly or they survive a while. By the way, shout out to Question Chicken, but because of her existence, I'm going to be giving them a B tier. Since they are sex-linked, that means there are no roosters that should be in that batch, which is very good. Now, when you think of a big 3 for raising chickens, I'd always say Barred Rocks and 2 other chicken breeds. But this breed makes me want to make a big 4 for chickens. They'd definitely be on like a chicken Mount Rushmore, if you get what I'm saying. So for that reason, I'm going to be giving them S tier. They're very friendly and a very good chicken for beginners, and I always recommend them. I got them back in 2023, which I think is a little bit too late. They should have been with my original 9, to be honest. It would have been an original 12 in that case scenario. Now, I would love to give these guys a good rating, but they all died very quickly. Like another chicken we'll discuss later on in this video. But while they were alive, they were very friendly, and best of all, they lay a ton of eggs, which is really good. So I'll personally be giving them a B tier, in my honest opinion. Now, I made a short on these guys, and it did incredibly well. In fact, some of you guys might actually be watching that video because you saw that short. So they're going to be getting an S tier automatically. But, you know, I'll bump them down to A tier because some people say they're a bit footy. But hey, I made my leg bar chickens famous, which is pretty cool. So shout out to my leg bar chickens. The Wyandotte chicken, a classy, elegant, friendly, yet cheap chicken. I personally own 2 different types of Wyandottes, but for the sake of this video, I'll do the silver first. And they always die on command, it feels like. They are getting a D tier for me because they all just die like that. I may get more, but I know they're all gonna be dead by next Tuesday, so yeah, not really a purpose in getting any more at this point. Now, despite not being an actual breed of chicken, but rather a broad term, I still figured I'd mention them in this video. From my experience, they are 50-50. Now, allow me to introduce you to 2 separate Easter eggers I've owned. Meet Abs, a chicken who is known for being a great leader, and most importantly, will be very friendly to everyone she ever met. Truly the dream chicken. Sadly, she passed away on August 25th of this year due to a fox or a bobcat. Now meet Chicka Chicka, a middle-class chicken in the pet flock who is still alive, but almost has as much lore as Rogue. The only issue is that she isn't the friendliest chicken in the flock, but her flightiness has allowed her to survive for this long. So due to the contradictory stories shared by the same chicken breed, I'll be giving them a B tier. But shout out to the OGs, which are going to be BCT, Abs, and Chicken Burger. They're really the fundamentals of this channel. This is yet another chicken breed that doesn't need to have an introduction. All you need to do is meet my chicken Lovey, and you know exactly why they're going into the S tier. They're so chill, they've always had some crazy story they could tell at a bar. Look, just ask my chicken Rogue, she has the craziest bar stories ever. Now, these guys are basically like leg bars, but they have a different name, so I'll keep the A tier rating since both have very positive online reviews. Now, Green Queens would have went straight into the F tier if I was making this tier list in 2022. However, that was 2 years ago, and Falcon is gone now, so I can safely put them into C tier. Meet Cookies and Cream, the goat of being the cutest chicken in the farm flock. She was also very friendly, but sadly, she died in a fox attack that sent her and 4 other chickens to do a meet and greet with Mrs. Peepers and Lovey on September 6th of this year. I have some pretty negative things to say about the silver Wyandottes, but what about their golden counterparts? Well, I'm going to be giving them an S tier, because they are the best Wyandotte available on the market, and they don't all die in 15 seconds, which is good. Sadly, my last one, properly named Goldie, passed away last Tuesday, so rest in peace to my chicken, Goldie. Now, these guys are also going into S tier because of their exclusive chocolate brown colored eggs that are not really seen in any other chicken breed, and the roosters are chill. Like Waldo, who sadly died over a year ago, but he was one of the chillest roosters I've ever had the opportunity of ever meeting. Now, Fluffball was previously my only olive egger. However, right before she died, we got some baby olive eggers who will be moved outside right before Halloween. But back to the point, they're going into A tier. They're just a pretty simple chicken that lays a really cool color of egg. Now meet T-Rexa, who is a pretty cool chicken who lays eggs pretty consistently, and overall is just a pretty chill chicken. I'll give them an A tier for that exact reason, but if you're confused by any of the ratings in this video, be sure to click the video on the screen right now, which is me ranking these guys, except brutally honestly. This is a little bit more loose than that video was in terms of the rankings, so check it out, and I'll be seeing you guys in a long form video on Monday.